Hey everybody, welcome to our team call. Tonight is April 11th, 2016. Kind of crazy that we are already in April, but time is flying, so make sure you're setting your goals and you're working towards hitting those goals week by week. Tonight, our team call, I'm going to be sharing a presentation that Bonnie Engel did at Miami Super Saturday, because not many of you could attend. So it's going to be great just to share that information with you. I have the PowerPoint presentation that she did, and I'm going to share the audio too. So it's really, really great. Have a notebook handy, take notes, and then we could talk after that's finished of any questions you have or anything you want to share about your takeaways from it. So I will get going. You guys, thumbs up if you can see the screen share. Awesome. Okay. Let me play this, and then also thumbs up once you hear the audio, so I know you can hear it.
Something that you see here today, and you take it home with you, and you change what you're doing, because this company has such a major ability to change your entire course of life. Like, to hear her say that she was able to be there for her husband during chemo is life-changing. So you're going to need something to write with for my presentation, so if you can get out your phone or a pen and paper, if you're old school like me, I am going to talk about our two most important assets in this business. Number one is you. You are the most important asset to your business, whether you believe it or not. I know in the beginning that is very hard to understand, and it's this strange concept, like, wait, people are going to be attracted to this business because of me? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you are the number one most important asset to your business. And the number two most important asset to your business is your social media. So I'm going to talk about today how to weave yourself into your social media. And some of you may have heard me talk about something like this before on my YouTube or my like page or whatever, but I encourage you guys to listen with a different ear today. You clearly came here this Saturday, took time from your family, took time from your daily life to learn and move forward in your business. So listen up. Every piece of information when I was a brand new coach, I would soak in like a sponge. But then I would also say to you, don't let it overwhelm you. Don't hear stuff today and go home to your business and change everything. Take little tiny nuggets along the way and add them in. Don't go home and think you have to change your entire business. So I'm going to talk about how to use your social media as a recruiting tool, because the coolest thing, those two most important assets, they're free $99, y'all. We don't have to pay for our most important assets. We are them, and they are totally and completely free. So we are going to talk about how to use that as a recruiting tool. I'm going to talk about the difference between sharing and telling. I see a lot of new coaches, and I totally did this in the beginning. They're telling people things on social media. They're not sharing. And that's where the beautiful switch in your business comes. You can tell people all day long to work out and drink their shake and join Beachbody, and it won't work. You have to share why, you have to share how, you have to share you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, and I have some hard examples on sharing versus telling. I'm going to talk about how to find your voice as a coach, especially as a brand new coach. It is so hard to set yourself aside from the pack, because we're all kind of pigeonholed into this little kind of Beachbody way. I remember when I was a new coach, I started becoming other coaches that I looked up to. And you probably feel the same way. So I'm going to give you a little piece of information before I even start. When you go home, stop following other top coaches. I love them to death. I love everyone so much. They're my best friends. But as you start to follow other coaches and not explore your own voice, you become someone that you're not, or someone that you think you have to be. And that negates the entire first part of what I said, that you are your most important asset. And it's so hard when you read something, a post from another coach or on their page or a YouTube video. It is so hard to say it in your own voice after that. You hear it getting repeated and repeated in this other person's voice. And what I found was, when I was becoming this other person, I would sign coaches up and they would start to talk to me and they're like, wait, you're not the girl that you were on social media. You're completely different. So as you find your voice, it will help you become a better social media leader, a better team leader, and a better coach in general. I'm going to talk a little bit about why being perfectly and unapologetically normal and boring is your strongest asset. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm not as perfect as you. My life is so boring. Does anyone ever think, like, why would anyone want to follow me on social media? Most boring person ever. Raise your hand if you think that. I thought that all the time. I'm like, I don't do anything exciting. I sit in my house and watch my dogs play your following. So I want you guys to look at these three different people. Everybody knows who they are, yeah? When you look at those pictures, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, each one of them are so specific, unique, and individual. And do you think that that's by chance? No, not at all. Their teams, their marketing companies have spent years, millions of dollars making them a specific person. When I look at Lady Gaga, I think free, wild, crazy, intense costumes. When I look at Taylor Swift, I think girl next door, country singer. When I look at Beyonce, I think of Boston. But that's not an accident. They spend all their time being that specific person. And a lot of coaches say, well, I want to appeal to everybody. But I'm here to tell you, if you're appealing to everybody, you're appealing to nobody. You have to try and find your specific voice. People don't listen to Lady Gaga to hear a Taylor Swift song. People don't follow Taylor Swift because they love Beyonce. You're either a religious Beyonce person or a religious Lady Gaga person, and that's that. And that's okay, and they're okay with it. But I'm going to talk a little bit about where to start, okay? So you're a brand new coach, you signed up for Team Beachbody, you're being told to hit Success Club, you're being told to get people engaged in a challenge group, but how do you set your voice aside from the 400-some thousand coaches? And it can get overwhelming sometimes. You can start to think, well, how am I different than someone else sharing about this? I know when I first started, my biggest question to my coach was, if you're so successful, how do I ever become successful? Does anyone ever feel like that? Does anyone ever feel anxiety like that? I felt that immensely in the beginning. And here is sort of the keys to that. So surface level sharing doesn't count. You guys have to get real or stay stuck in your business. If anyone feels stuck, it's because you're telling, not sharing. And what do I mean by that? Telling. Posting a workout picture, posting that you're drinking your shake, posting that you love Beachbody, telling, surface level. No one wants to follow that. Sure, it might work at the beginning, but as soon as you dig deep and you share a workout picture and tell why, tell who you were before Beachbody, tell why you feel inspired right now, tell why you're at this event. Where were you last year at this time? What has Beachbody changed for you? Become a constant in others' lives. We always hear about consistency, right? I could murder my coach in the beginning because she said consistency so freaking much. But it is true. Think about the outlets that you follow. Think about the websites that you go to, the blogs that you read, the YouTube channels that you listen to. When there's not a video, do you get annoyed? I do. Think about if you were an avid People magazine buyer. And every morning, you went and got your coffee at the same stand and went and got your People magazine at the same stand. And, it used to be there every Monday, but now it's every other Monday. And then some 3 Mondays are missed. Would you switch to another magazine? I know I would. So think about your followers. You're consistent for 3 months, and you're doing great. And then all of a sudden, you drop off, and you're not consistent. Someone's going to go follow somebody else. That's why consistency is so important. It is your #1 asset to wake up every single day and say, I am doing this no matter what. Come hell or high water, I am being consistent for my following. People want to know, in order to invest themselves in you, that you will be there giving back to them. Like I said earlier, being normal is one of our biggest assets. So it's not about being interesting, it's about being relatable. Those 3 pictures right there. I did some research before this presentation. The most searched stuff about these 3 performers is what they wear to the grocery store and what they watch on TV. Doesn't that blow your mind? Those are the top 2 things that are searched for these 3 people. Everybody wants to know what you're doing every day to get it done. What you're doing that's normal and relatable. It is a human nature that people want to connect to you. And that's what we use Beachbody as. Beachbody is a platform. Yes, we have things to help people, but it is a platform to create a following. I want you guys, when you're thinking about your social media, to use the BFF rule. And I learned this from someone else. I can't remember where I heard it, but as you start to post and you're following these other coaches and you're doing your daily behaviors, when you're about to post something on social media, act like you were saying it to your best friend. If you wouldn't say it in a conversation with your best friend, then it's not you. It's somebody else's voice. So say things out loud. My husband used to think I was crazy at the beginning, so I'd walk around the house saying posts. It really helps. If you get on a phone with someone, would you say what you posted? If not, it's not you, and throw it out. Don't become a carbon copy. Okay, so anyone, any person can go onto the Beachbody website, watch an infomercial, Google it, and buy a Beachbody program. You heard two different elite coaches come up here and say that they bought something from eBay, from Amazon, from whatever. Anyone can get a Beachbody program. The reason Beachbody coaching works is because people want you. They want your personality, they want your quirks, they want your imperfections. They don't want a perfect example of someone who knows it all and does it all. That's why it's so different from personal training. In personal training, we're supposed to know everything, you're supposed to tell everybody. People don't want that. They want to know that they're normal, everyday people who do the wrong things and make mistakes and fall off the wagon, and that's what our social media should showcase. So if you guys notice this lovely picture of myself, I constantly am reminding my social media that I'm normal. I have a double channel. Why? And that's okay. People want to know that you can be successful and be happy, and you're still being a normal person. So you have to show your personality. So here's a couple exercises that I did for my team in the very beginning. I want you guys to think about what's normal about you. Get whatever you're right with, and ask yourself, what is normal about me? Do I hate the laundry? Am I married? Do I love cooking? Am I obsessed with my dog? I am. Do you love to braid hair? Make a list of these things and use these things to post with on your social media. Think of yourself as, what do I want to share with people about me? Not, what do I want people to buy from my posts? Or not, what do I want people to think? It's, what do I want to share that's special and unique about me? Also think about what sets you apart. What problem does Beachbody solve for you? Where were you before Beachbody and where were you now? And a lot of people get stuck on this one because they say, oh, I don't have a huge financial transformation or a huge physical transformation. That's good. It is good. A good thing to not have something huge because people want to know the small things that this changes for you. Were you excited to wake up today to come here? Did you feel energy walking into this room? Are you smiling right now? And ordinarily on a Saturday, you'd be sitting alone at home alone. Those things are so valuable to people, and we oftentimes look over the small successes because we're thinking about, well, she has a huge financial transformation and I don't have that, or I didn't have debt, or I didn't have a ton of weight to lose. But that's not what people are looking for. That can actually be intimidating to people. Think about what makes you laugh, what makes you feel. What were you looking for when you found Beachbody? And make different lists for these bullet points. I make these lists and I post from them every single month. So I sit there and I think about what objections did I have to Beachbody. I thought Beachbody was a total scam when I first found it. And I post publicly about that because I know that if I'm finding my voice, and I know I had these insecurities before the company, then other people following me have those same insecurities. And what does that do? So as soon as you start posting about objections and what you felt before Beachbody and what you found, it makes the private conversations that you're having flow so much easier. And it also gives people a sense of comfort because you're not just privately telling them something in a message. You're publicly telling everyone, this is reality, this is what I felt beforehand, and this is what I feel now. How amazing is that? That you get to use your public social media to make those objections go away. As soon as you start doing that, your business will flow so much differently. But it can be hard, again, to get away from posting what everyone else is posting, looking on the Beachbody website and posting something from them. So I want you to think about something. There are really a million ways to say the same thing. So I want you to think about the saying, whatever's supposed to happen will happen anyway. You could say, you could be one of those people that's like, well, you know, if it's meant to be, it will be. Or you could be the type of personality that's like, well, tough titties, it's gonna happen. Or you could be the type of person that's like, yes, I will just think about it, but whatever is in my plan will happen. There are so many different ways to say something. So if you're feeling stuck, you're making those lists and you're feeling like my personality is just not coming out, or I just feel like there's a different way I can be saying this, or you're talking differently in your house than you are online. Think about who's saying it. Think about the 10 different ways that there are to say something, and post from that. So here's an example. This is what I see all the time. I see my newer coaches, yay, got my workout in, did you? There's like 5 likes. And everyone's like, we get it, mommy. You work out. Like, thank you for making me feel bad. This doesn't help anyone. And that is our whole plan with our social media. We need to help people. And let me be clear, if you guys are doing this, I did it for a long time and I still do it, and it's okay. But I just want to help you do better. Here is Sherry. I have weighed 124 pounds since high school. I have been a very unhealthy 124. I have been a too skinny 124. I have been an anxiety-ridden 124, and now I am a totally 124. And it goes on to tell a little bit about before Beachbody, I didn't eat any vegetables, and now I'm healthy, and I still weigh 124, and that's okay. What does this do? Instead of someone scrolling over it and saying, Beachbody, like you work out, we get it, I'll be in the gym tonight, thanks for harassing me. It says, wow, she's getting a good look at it, but she's also telling me that it changed her. It makes me emotionally connect to this picture instead of being aggravated by it. That's what you need to do. And I'm not saying every single post needs to tell about your life story, but when I come to your page, I should know where you were before and how this company helped you. I should know emotionally the kind of person you are. I should know what you fear, what you used to be, and what you are now. I'm sure that some of you guys have seen this post going around, because Facebook has changed some of its affinity, and it's that post that have almost 5,000 friends, over 7,000 followers. It's basically to get comments and engagement. And this post is totally fine. But after a couple days, I saw like half of nobody copy and pasting it and using it as their status, which is great because everyone's looking for ways to do stuff. Here is an example of how to make something your own. So instead of copying and pasting this, post a picture of yourself and ask the question the way that you would ask it. So mine says, I have a question. Just noticed this page has 17,000 followers. What the? Haha. I'm super curious. If you are reading this, how do we know each other? Comment below with a little bit about how you came to find my page. That's something that I would say. I would never say be above it. So this is an example of how to take the things that you're gleaning from other people, put them in your repertoire, and then make them sound like you. Here is a little audit for you that you can take home and do for your success partner, for yourself. Your social media is your free storefront, like I said. This is the place to showcase your stuff. So you have to have a strategy. No one ever became successful in business without having a strategy every single day, and this is no different. You have to post no matter what, 3 to 5 times per day, especially during the first 3 years of your business. You have to post at least 1 time per day about the coaching business. If you are sitting here in the audience and you're like, yeah, I can get challengers excited, I can get people excited to work out, but I just can't attract people to my team. Does anybody feel like that? It's because you're not posting about it. You get what you post for. How are people going to know what you're doing if you're not talking about it? You have to post at least 1 time a day about your vital behaviors. So a lot of times, people put this aspect out there on social media that coaching is super easy and breezy and you don't have to work and you just sit home all day and play on Facebook. That will not attract the right kind of person to you. You have to talk about, hey, this is fun and it's easy, but it's hard freaking work. Okay? Then what you'll start to see is the people who are talking to you and asking you questions are hard workers, because that's what you're attracting to yourself. Here's how you audit your page. So if I were to go to your public page right now, and whatever social media you use, just to be clear, they're all totally fine. I just personally knew the most about Facebook when I started, and that's what I stuck with. I'm a really big fan of, I listen to a podcast and it always says go an inch wide and a mile deep. And what that means is don't try to be the master of everything. So I see coaches sign up and they say, well, I want to know Instagram, and I want to know Snapchat, and I want to know YouTube and Facebook and my life page. What that does is makes you mediocre at all those things. Become a master at one thing and become really freaking good at it, and then move to the next. That's all you need. So I built my entire business sometimes when it double posts. So if I were to go to whatever social media you use right now, and I were to scroll with one scroll, because that's the attention span of a person, would I know that you are a coach? Would I be able to see your face, or are you posting pictures of other people and pictures from Pinterest or generic posts? Would I be able to know you? Would I be able to know that you were fearful about this, but you found that those fears were not true? Would I be able to know why you're getting your workout in, or why it's hard for you to get your workout in? Would I be able to tell that you have something for me to join? So it's totally fine if I came to your page and know that you're a coach, but if I don't know that I can do it too, then there's no point. And someone will come to your page, see, oh, that's great, she's doing wonderful, it works for her, but it won't work for me. And an easy way to do that, showcase things about your team. If you don't have a team yet, showcase things about the people to the left and the right of you, the friends that you're making. When your friend has a success, when your teammate has a success, post about it. Say, look, there's other people in this business that don't look exactly like me and have the exact same story, but they're successful too. And what that does to people is it makes them feel safe. It makes them feel like, hey, I might not look and sound exactly like that person, but I can be successful at that too. And here's the mic drop moment. So yes, I shared a lot about social media. Your wheels are turning, you're thinking, what can I do differently? Do I know this on my page right now? And you're thinking about a lot of things and it can seem overwhelming. I know exactly what that feels like. But I will tell you the biggest secret in this business. All of that stuff, everything, every success, all the accolades that you heard before I got up here, they all come down to Success Club. This company has spent millions of dollars researching and coming up with ways to help their coaches. And what they found, the mathematical formula that they found, is that if you hit Success Club every month, your business will move forward indefinitely. If you want it to move forward faster, hit higher Success Club numbers. If you want it to move slower, hit 5 every month. But it will move because that's math. I really like that because it makes me seem smart. And this, I created for my team. I call it the Wheel of Success. And if any of my team is in here, they're probably rolling their eyes right now because I say this every day. But there are no other things to this business because what's behind Success Club? People. The points that you get every month, they're people getting introduced to you, to the work ethic, to the company, to the products. They're changing their lives. That's how the wheel turns. You hit Success Club, and then teach those people how to get successful, and you will be successful. Thank you guys so much for your time.
So, what'd you guys think? You're all muted, guys.
That was awesome.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I love Bunny Eagle. And sorry, for those of you who might not know her accolade, so last year she attended a business conference that I did in January. She was a 2-star diamond. She didn't make elite. She only hit premier. And within 1 year, she went from 2-star to superstar 15-star diamond. She's a Success Club All-Star legend. She was in the top 10 last year. I think she was like number 5 or 6. She's right now currently ranked number 2. And she's definitely giving Melanie Mitchell a run for her money. But I don't know if really she has a chance because Melanie Mitchell's numbers are like ridiculous. She's a military wife and she's only been in the business for 2 years. So, and also when she got started, she was working like 3 other jobs. She was a personal trainer. She worked as like a gymnastics coach, and I don't know, she did something else, and Beachbody. So if anyone says like, I don't have time for this, blah, 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 that's BS. And like she said, like your social media is your storefront. Like you can do amazing things with this business because of you. That's your biggest asset. And then sharing yourself on social media. That sounded kind of weird, but you know what I mean. Sharing your life and sharing your journey. So some things that I took away the most about this, besides like, you know, self-evaluating your social media and hitting those points that she mentioned, is sharing versus telling. So I feel like a lot of what I've been posting is about like telling about what I'm doing about the business and stuff, and not really sharing it in like a better way. So I'm trying to be better at that. What did you guys enjoy about the video? What are your takeaways?
I'm kind of thinking the same, the whole sharing versus telling thing, because I have been guilty of that same picture that she put up of, she's sitting in front of the mirror flexing. And it's like, oh, I did a post exactly freaking like that. Like, almost the same wording and everything. Like, hey, about to, like, let Autumn kick my butt or something dumb like that. So I think I need to share more about, because I think I told you guys on the cruise, that semi-recently I had someone tell me, oh, well, you can't understand my struggles because you're fit and you're thin and, you have all these things. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, like, I was 200 pounds, how could you think that I don't understand, because she was 200, or she is 200 pounds. And so it's one of those things that, yeah, we need to be better about sharing and not telling, because if I just put a picture up there of me in a bikini top or me in a sports bra being like, oh, did you get your workout in? People have no idea. Like the people that I added yesterday, they have no idea that I was 200 pounds, They just see someone that's showing off their abs. It's like one of the many, as opposed to someone that can actually help them.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think Bonnie, if you look at her post, she does a great job of sharing who she was before Beachbody and like kind of like chronicling like her journey, who she was before, who she is now, how it's helped her, how it's changed her life, and like where she's taking her business, like her vision and her future for her family and stuff. And I think we need to get better at doing that, because I mean, you can tell with her, obviously she's super successful and she's built it just on Facebook, and it is because of that, her approach to how she shares her journey and how she shares her business with everyone. And she shares her business in every single post, which is kind of crazy and amazing. And I'm still trying to figure that one out. Did you guys relate to anything else? Any other takeaways? What did you like most? What are you going to implement maybe?
I really thought, oh, go ahead. Excuse me. I was really thought it was good to hear, especially as a new coach, of course, the first thing you do is look at other people. And so I've tried to step away from that, but especially when you're in a time crunch and you just want to you need to post something and something comes across your page and you're like, ooh, I should repost something similar to that, So it does take a little bit more thought, to really think about what you should be posting and how you should be posting it. But also, I've also definitely felt many times that either I'm too new and I haven't been able I can't share enough about what I've been able to do with the company yet because I, haven't invested as much time into it, or I haven't had a huge transformation yet. And so that has definitely kind of been one of those things in the back of my mind consistently. So to kind of remind myself that you don't have to have those things and they can even be intimidating to somebody else, and to continue to post like the little things is important and something to that I want to keep reminding myself.
For sure, definitely. Like she said, your progress, your success doesn't have to be huge because that's not relatable. You have to share the little wins, like the little things that you're accomplishing, things you might be still struggling with, things, just being very real and open about it, because that's the only way you can connect with people. You can't connect with them if, you're perfection. Like there's no such thing. So definitely just be more open, because there's other people that could be struggling or, going through the same stuff and they would never know unless you tell them and you share it with them.
Biggest thing for me was when she's like, all right, you go outside, you grab your coffee, you go get your magazine, and your magazine's there every day, and then for like a week it's not there, and then that pretty clear that's what I'm struggling with. I don't know what that noise is. So consistency and the fact that people are looking for what we do and what we post, and we are motivation for them. Just remembering that, and that we're not a burden.
For sure. Something I actually was watching a Bernie Leggett call today about inviting to challenge groups and stuff, and she said that if you're not consistent with it, let's say you invite somebody tomorrow, and then in 2 weeks or 3 weeks they look at your page and they're ready to get started, and you're not showing up. They're gonna be like, oh, I guess it was, just like a fad, or it doesn't work because she didn't stick with it. So you have to be continually staying on track and showing up and sharing with people, because otherwise, if you're there one day and you're there the next day, like you said, they're gonna stop buying the magazine, or they're gonna look for another coach who actually is showing up and is gonna be there for them. So You have to take that into consideration. And it's just like if you have another business, if you invested $500,000 into a restaurant or a business, like let's say, a franchise, your butt would be there every single day because you invested a lot of money into it. And that's what, like, I feel a lot of people don't realize the potential with this. It is a small investment, so people have a small-minded approach to it. Like, they don't see it as a very serious thing that they should, show up to every single day. But if you put a lot of money into it, you're going to try to get as much out and put your time and effort into it. Like, you wouldn't just close your restaurant the next day because only 2 people showed up the day before. Like, you're going to keep opening your business and figure out new ways and new strategies to get people into it, right? So you got to show up. It's your business. The only way you're going to grow it is by staying consistent and doing the daily behaviors that will grow it and make it thrive, and just talking to a lot of people.
Also, what was I'm completely drawing a blank now because it's the field season and it's Monday after 8 p.m. Whose scripts were we talking about the other day?
Whose scripts?
Yeah.
Which ones? The ones I shared?
Yeah, that I told you that got me a CP.
Honestly, I don't really know their names. It was shared in one of the leaders' pages. They did like a call for the, I want to say Northeast page.
Okay, we need to share those scripts because it started another couple of combos for me again today that I think could end in CPs. So
I feel like I shared them. If not, I'll share them again. Okay.
the resources that are out, I think it had to have been in the Diesel Dreamers page.
I'll repost it, but if not, like I said, I'll repost it. It's not like a big deal. I have
Because pretty much any picture I take of myself in workout clothes or anything.
No. Okay, you're talking about the call with Lindsay Stay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'll post the link to that, and
And if not the links, maybe just the scripts, like that one page that she puts up there. Because that one script, like simple 2-word or 2 sentences, like freaking magic. Just putting it out there.
And can you paste them to the thing? Like, I'll share the link to the call, and then I'll take a screenshot of like the one you're talking about. But can you just like post actual like text that you've been sending people?
Yeah, I literally just copied what she had on her page, and then like added XO Emily to the end. But it works because when people like your pictures, they're engaging with you. So engage back.
Like a helicopter or something?
That wasn't me. There's no helicopter in my house.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. But yeah. And also, I think a lot of us maybe struggle with this or don't realize that we struggle with it. But like she said, like what she did, okay, how she changed her business around, she unfollowed all the top coaches. She put her head down and she works like a horse. And that's like legit. Like she works like 24/7. So yeah, like, yes, I do say follow people that inspire you and motivate you to want to see what's possible in business. But we get so stuck on seeing everyone else's success that we kind of like just, I don't know, like block ourselves from attaining it or like doing the work we need to because we see like all these amazing things that they're accomplishing. And you can be like, and then you think to yourself like, oh, I can never do that. I can never be like that. I can never be as organized or as systematic or whatever, savvy on PicMonkey and making these beautiful images and whatever. Step away from that. Don't focus on other people and what they're accomplishing. Focus on what you want to accomplish, on your goals, on the people you can help, and just building your business. Like, you know, staring and scrolling the newsfeed and looking at all this other stuff, like, it's not going to help you. Like, you have to put in the work and just focus on you and your stuff and branding yourself. And like you said, don't, be a voice, not an echo. Like, you don't want to just repost other coaches' stuff because their image is pretty or whatever. Like, you have to talk the way you would talk. Like you said, if you wouldn't say something like that to your best friend, don't say it on social media because it doesn't sound like you. It sounds like you're copying and pasting a script. So yes, I do, provide you guys with scripts and like tools and stuff and training, but take it and make it your own. Like, don't like, my gosh. Don't plagiarize. There you go. Like if someone could Google your script, right? Like your post on Facebook, and another coach's post comes up, like that looks awful, you know? Like you don't want that. Like make it your own. And yeah, just take inspiration, but don't focus so much on other people and what they're doing. Focus on you and how you want to create yourself in this business and let yourself shine through. So figure out what sets you apart. Figure out, like she said, what problems does Beachbody solve for you? You know, what makes you laugh? What things are you interested in? What makes you feel? Like, whatever it may be, share about you. Okay. And Success Club. I could say it a million times. I could say it in my sleep. I could tell you guys and write it in the sky. But Success Club is so important. It's the only way you can measure your business because that's how you make your business is by helping people. So focus on earning Success Club every single month. And like she said, you know, I don't know if she said it, somebody else said it, and I'll say it. You know, the more Success Club points you earn, it's a reflection of how many more people you're helping. The more people you help, the more Success Club points you earn, the better income you make, the faster your business will grow. The less amount of Success Club points you earn, the slower you'll go. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you know, just know, like that's how you can track your progress and measure your business. So I encourage you guys to set high goals, to up your combos, invite people, talk about your challenge groups, talk about your journey, be relatable, share. And I think with that, I'll end it. Anybody have any questions or any comments or anything? Good. Okay, awesome. Let me take a picture. You know, look kind of cray. Okay. I totally like redid my guest room. I like flipped it around. Hold on, let me hold it so you can see. I don't know if it's cute or not, but I put the little couch back there, and I have some things to hang up behind me. So hopefully I can hang them straight, because otherwise it's gonna look really bad. But whatever. I feel like I need to change. And then behind me, I'm gonna hang up some stuff. Oh my gosh, who's that? It's a
This is my roommate's puppy dog. I live vicariously through them.
Hi, puppy dog.
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Hi, cute. Oliver, come here.
I don't have one right now.
Oh,
Oh.
Oliver. Come here.
That's amazing. You have to put that in the picture, please.
Really? Ollie, come here. Okay. Ollie, you got
Like, I have no patience. I'm not sitting here alone.
Ollie, you like stand up a little bit or something? Hold on. This is gonna be a little difficult. Hold on. Can you take a screenshot?
Look at the people.
Anyone? Screenshot?
Oh.
Please.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! That's at least one.
Was it good?
Let's do one more for good measure.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hold it. Okay. Good enough.
Grumbo looks so pissed off.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I love you girls. Thank you for being on, and thank you for being here. And I'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome one, and Christina, please send us that picture or put it on Facebook and tag us. All right, have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.